Well, all right, people. So I'm here with your Raw review. I'm just gonna get right into the show here. So we get started with Edge McIntyre and Sheamus cutting a promo. It was pretty short. Nothing really was accomplished. I felt like in this promo. Uh, I mean, you could have at least had Orton out there to like kind of at least set up the match, give a little promo to the match that was going to take place later in the night. Um, Sheamus bro kicks McIntyre, which was it was an okay moment there, I guess. You know, a little bit of a surprise. Nothing like great or anything, but a little bit of a surprise there. I mean, it was an all right promo. Thought it could have been a little bit longer. Thought it could have built up more. But at least they're doing a little bit here with like actually trying to build something up. At least trying to build to a storyline, which I think is going to be McIntyre versus Sheamus. At least they're involving Edge, who's the Royal Rumble winner, you know, who could have a shot at the title. So at least they're trying something. It wasn't great by any means, but at least they're doing something. Then we have Lashley and Riddle ending in a disqualification. Stupid match here. I mean, if you want to have a DQ ending, fine. You know, if you want to, like, kind of build up to a future match at a pay per view, fine. But let the match go longer than 2 or 3 minutes. You know, you could have had like a 10 or 15 minute match and then ended in a disqualification. I thought this could have been a good match. I was actually kind of excited. Like, you know, you got a smaller guy like Riddle facing off against a bigger guy like Lashley. There's potential for some good shit in there, but they only gave it 2 or 3 minutes, I think. So it should have been longer. Then we have Xavier Woods defeating Ali. Another short match here. This was under 5 minutes. I really don't get where they're going with this feud between Xavier Woods and Retribution. It's going nowhere. It's just Woods facing off against each member of Retribution every week, and there's just no direction to this feud whatsoever. There's no intrigue. It's not exciting at all. And and this match was just another example of that. It was a boring, short match that was under 5 minutes. I mean, it was. I thought it could have been a good match. Again, if they would have given it more time, I thought it could have been a good match. But they only gave it, about 3 4 minutes. Then we have another retarded segment with Bad Bunny and Miz TV doing a segment together. Just stupid. Why is this guy on my television screen? I'm trying to watch a wrestling show and I'm being inundated with this stupid fucking rapper that I've never heard of. So fucking retarded. And then I guess Damian Priest comes out, which leads to a match where Priest defeats The Miz. Just terrible. This whole fucking segment with Miz TV and then the match was just terrible. It doesn't make any sense from a booking perspective. So why is your Money in the Bank holder, The Miz, losing again, looking weak again? Yesterday he was getting beaten up by a rapper. Now he's getting beat by an NXT guy who just came up to the main roster. It's just terrible. Like this is why this company can never build any new stars. It's like Miz is probably going to be your next world champion, and he loses again. He's looking weak again. This is the problem with the booking. And I get you want to put Damian Priest over. It's his first match on the main roster. That's fair. But don't put him against Miz. Put him against somebody else. So I was not happy with this match. It was terrible. Oh, and to make matters worse, they also had Bad Bunny beating up John Morrison. Again, retardation that you're putting a rapper over your own talent. Then we have the Hurt Business defeating the two Mexicans. I don't know the name of their name slips my mind, but the Mexicans, the Hurt Business defeated them. This was actually a good match. And why was it a good match? It was a good match because they gave it more than 3 or 4 minutes. It was a good match. You had some good moves. It was fast paced. There were some nice counters in here, some unique moves. Good match. I cannot complain about this one. It was good. Again, why was it good? A big part of that is because they gave it more than 4 minutes. Think of that, on a 3 hour show. You can give matches more than 3 or 4 minutes, but for some reason WWE creative team, the non-creative team, just loves to give us 3 or 4 minute matches. Then we have the triple threat Divas match. Kind of mediocre here. Nothing too special. Wasn't that entertaining. Uh, you have Ric Flair and Lacey Evans coming out. I kind of liked this storyline when it first started out. It was something interesting. It was something that could have been a little bit funny with Ric Flair being an older man trying to pick up a younger lady. But it's kind of stalled out. They kind of haven't gone anywhere with it in the last few weeks. So hopefully they keep developing this and keep it moving, keep it going in the right direction. And again, the PG era really hinders the development of this storyline because you can't make any like funny, dirty jokes or anything like that. You gotta limit it because of the stupid fucking 9-year-old kids watching this. Then you have Hardy and Carlito defeating Elias and that Riker guy. Another boring, pointless match here. I don't know where the fuck they're going with Elias and this Riker guy. Same thing with Jeff Hardy. Nice to see Carlito back for a second here. It's haven't seen him in a while. Loves his motherfucking green app or red apples, but I'm sure he'll just turn. If he stays on this, if he stays as a main. If he stays on the main roster in a regular role, I'm sure he'll eventually become just another mid carder. But nice to see him. But this was still just a boring, pointless match. Again, I don't know where they're going with Elias. He's just like a perennial lower mid carder. Then we have Alexa Bliss defeating Nikki Cross. Not much going on here. I mean, kind of just the same old with Alexa Bliss, how she transforms in a second. Like, again, I hate that. I hate that. I mean, I get, you're trying to do something special with this character, but at the same time, you want it to seem realistic. You want it to seem like it could actually happen in real life. And I get stretching the bounds of reality. I get that, but this is just totally way too far for me. With the fireballs and the changing of outfits in 1 second, it's just totally unrealistic. And I want this company to resemble some form of reality. So yeah, this match was kind of a jobber match here. Like I don't even think I've seen Nikki Cross since I started watching this company again a month ago. So this was just kind of a jobber match. Didn't do much for me here. Then we have Edge defeating Orton. It was an alright match. There was a couple decent moves in here. Nothing too special. Kind of a random match. It's like these two had a big ass feud a year ago. 3 fucking matches, I believe, on pay per views. They had a really long feud, and now they're just going to have Edge versus Orton on Raw, just right out of the blue, like, okay. Again, they could have had a segment to build up to this match at the beginning of the show at least. I mean, this is a pretty special moment, right? You got Edge wrestling. I don't know. It just felt like kind of like a rushed match. Like it could have been, like Edge is special, right? He's like a part timer pretty much. So again, you want his matches to feel special. But it was an all right match. You had like I said, a couple decent moves. You have Alexa Bliss coming out there at the end. Which was, an okay touch there. Again, nothing like special, nothing that that was so great. She had some liquid coming out of her mouth, which I guess was an okay visual. Again, nothing like great or anything like that. But she distracts Orton. Edge spears Orton for the win. An okay match. I mean, I'm not a big fan of going with Edge as your Royal Rumble winner because, again, I believe you only have so many spots in this company to build new stars, and if you continue to give those spots to people like Edge, you forfeit those opportunities. But if you're going to go with Edge, at least put him over. So I guess that was good, and you somewhat protect Randy Orton because of the distraction. And we'll see what happens with Randy Orton and Bliss. Again, at least they're doing a little bit of build here. At least they're a little bit of intrigue for next week, as to what's going to happen with Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss. So an okay main event, nothing special, nothing terrible. So overall on this show, you had a couple good segments, a couple good matches. But you also had, as always, a lot of bullshit, a lot of wasted matches, a lot of jobber matches, and a lot of shit that really just put me to sleep. But that's what you always have on Raw. When this show's 3 hours long and you have a non-creative team that can't create shit, that's what you have. A lot of matches that are just throwaway filler matches. So there you go, people. There's my Raw review.